The United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, UNECA, says it is optimistic that 2023 United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP28, underway in Dubai, UAE, will fully operationalize the much-anticipated Loss and Damage Fund. The fund has been a long-standing demand of developing nations on the front lines of climate change, coping with the cost of the devastation caused by ever-increasing extreme weather events such as droughts, floods, and rising seas. Here's Klaba Gatete, Executive Secretary of UNECA.
Last year, actually beginning of this year, there was a study that was initiated by the G20. And they were looking at the resources that would finance the SDGs, but also the climate. And they estimated that 3 trillion would be needed up to 2030 that would finance the entire climate. And out of that, that would finance the climate and SDGs. But out of that, we needed 1.8 trillion. Now, this money is divided into so many different areas. It's an adaptation, mitigation, resilient, but now loss and damage, which is most critical. In as much as we mitigate, but there are already the damage that is happening right now. And that's why we needed this fund. And here we are very, very happy that at least last year in the COP27, they established the fund, the Loss and Damage Fund, which concluded really the entire discussion that is close to almost 3 decades. The COP28 has started positively with the adoption of the recommendation of the Transitional Committee on Loss and Damage. The fund, with now funding pledges amounting to 656 million as of yesterday, is really very encouraging. It marks the beginning of a very important era on our efforts to address climate change and its impacts. We are aware that there is so much work to be done to make the fund operational. But we are optimistic that before the end of this COP28, we'll have agreed upon the necessary arrangements to make the fund operational and receive more pledges to make it financially viable.